Basically, you take your grains, and then it's like tea. So you take your grains, you steep them. Once you steep them, you want to get the starches turning into sugars. So once you got steeped out, you put it in your kettle, you boil it, add your hops. Once the hops, all that is done, you chill it down, you put it into your fermenter, which you put the yeast into it, and after the yeast is finished doing its job, it turns into alcohol, all the sugar turned into alcohol, then you can carbonate it and then drink it. It is a lot of work, besides the cleanliness. There's a lot of lugging. You gotta get the stuff, you gotta mill it. Sometimes you gotta babysit it and you gotta mess around with it, but just making sure that you also have to, it has a time where it's fermenting, so you wanna get it when it's finished fermenting. You don't wanna sit on the yeast too long because that can give off flavors. Transfer it over, crash it so the yeast will fall out. You will get some yeast in it because all our beers are unfiltered. If you do put it in the cold, most of it will drop out. And also if you bottle it, you'll see if you get a bottle, let's say 2-3 a month later, if you look at it, it's clear, but you also have the yeast sediment on the bottom. So usually you drink it up to it and then you just stop. But you could drink the yeast. Actually, it's good for you because there's a lot of vitamins in there as well. And also gives the beer sort of a better taste as well, and also preserves it too. Spent grain? Well, you can do a bunch of stuff besides giving to the farmers for animal feed. You can put it in your bread, add it to your bread. You can also make granola bars out of it. You can also make doggy treats. Doggy treats for, for little Poochie. Mash tun. So the grains go in here. You can look into that. This is where it all gets steeped, mashed. From here, it gets transferred over to the kettle. And that's where it gets boiled, hops added for a time. Once we are finished, once we have our boiling and everything's finished here, our cooking, it comes through the chiller. This is where it cools down. As it's coming through here, it's cooling down to our whatever degrees, between 10, 20 degrees. Then it goes into our fermenters. And it stays in here until fermenting is finished, usually about a week or so. Then we crash it, drop all the yeast out of it. Once it's down to temperature, from there it goes into these guys. These are called the bright tanks. They go in here for carbonating, usually in there for a couple days. Once we got carbonation level that we're looking for, from there it goes into our kegs. Put them into the kegs, and then from the kegs they stay in here until we can them. From here we go to the canning machine, and then we're ready to take it out, or we serve it through the taps.